Alright, this video is going to be about 1911 grip safeties. There is a standard grip safety which we see on the standard government model and many of the GI models from other companies as well. However, we also see a Beavertail grip safety. What is a Beavertail grip safety anyway in the first place? So this video is going to compare those two styles of grip safeties, and I'm going to share my thoughts and experiences with them, and hopefully they would be able to provide you with some insight. So first, let's take a look at the standard grip safety. Standard grip safety. So first, let's talk about the standard grip safety. So you have your standard grip safety configuration with your standard government or the standard GI hammer, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that design. If you like the iconic, the GI look, the original or the classic design look, then no problem. By all means use it. If that's your preference, it's perfectly fine. Now, why am I gonna discuss the Beavertail grip safety? With the standard GI configuration, with the standard grip safety and the standard hammer configuration, well, based on my experience, first, I was getting hammer bite. I had the hammer grinded down few millimeters. I stopped getting hammer bite. However, after that, I was still getting marks on the web of my hand. I'll show you close-ups, and that still caused discomfort. I realized that it was the frame of the 1911 GI was biting down on the web of my hand. So actually, there's still two scars over there, and they'll probably heal over time. But that alone convinced me, or made me realize that, hey, why don't I try out the Beavertail grip safety? Why did I move on to that? Because my purpose for the 1911 was for shooting. I was planning to use it more for shooting rather than for collecting, rather than as a display piece. So let me show you the Beavertail grip safety now. So from the GI configuration, from standard grip safety, this is how the Beavertail grip safety would look like. Let me give you a close-up so you could get a better look at it. So here is the Beavertail grip safety. Now for those who would change from a standard grip safety onto a Beavertail, there are some drop-in models. However, many of the Beavertail grip safeties out there will require gunsmithing. So I would like to personally thank the gunsmith who worked on this, Mr. Ernie Claudio. As you can see, parts of the frame were cut or grinded off to accommodate the dimensions of the Beavertail grip safety. I believe this is on Ed Brown style, or it uses the Ed Brown dimensions of Beavertail grip safety. There's also a Wilson type of Beavertail grip safety, and then I believe also the Colt has some type of safety that kind of goes downward. I'm not sure if you call that a Beavertail also. Kind of looks different. So why did I move on to this? With a Beavertail grip safety, I do not get the marks on my hand anymore. I could hold a high grip on it, as high as I want, without that hammer getting in the way, without the slide getting in the way. And what does that do? When you have a high grip, when your hand is closer to the bore axis of your pistol, that gives you more control over the muzzle flip, as opposed to if you're holding the pistol like this. Sorry, just exaggerating it as an example. That thing has a tendency to flip more in your hand, as opposed to holding it high up here. You could control it more positively. So amazing job. I'd like to thank again Mr. Ernie Claudio for not just cutting the frame, but for smoothing out. As you can see, there are no minimal gaps. It's curved up. He even grinded part of the thumb safety, so there are no sharp edges there. Amazing work. I'm not a gunsmith, so whenever he works in it in his shop, it looks like magic to me. I have no idea how he does it. Amazing skill, amazing precise work. So yesterday I tested out the Beavertail grip safety for the first time. I put the gun through 66 rounds of 45 and amazing. I did not get marks on the web of my hand anymore. Very comfortable. I could shoot all day. That's how I felt like. No problem. And I'll show you the result of my target. This target board, it's an IPSC classic style, as opposed to the metric. Some of you may be shooting the target boards with a head that looks like a human silhouette. So with this board, let's see the kind of shots I was getting. So I was shooting at this target. This target is a simulated target. I was shooting at 4 meters, and if we look at it, let's see the farthest grouping. Let's check how. So from here until the farthest shot, let's see, around, okay, from end to end, this is around a 3-inch group from the farthest. From farthest shot to the farthest end. 3 inches. Double check. Yeah, that's under. It's like about a 3-inch group. Amazing. Well, I was aiming for the A zone of this small. It's like a simulated target. It simulates 15 meters when you put it out at 4 meters. So that was 24 shots here. Here's another target. I have no idea what this stuff is. It's like, looks like mold. I don't know why they gave me that target. This one's a little wider. This is about a 4-inch group. Yeah, that's a really cool ruler. 4-inch group, as you could see, at 4 meters. And I went for the hook. Took me about 17 tries to get it, and I think the guys at the range are probably not gonna welcome me back there again, but pretty cool. So in the end, if your preference suits the standard grip safety, yeah, I would recommend that for those guys who like to retain the original or the authentic 1911 look, the 1911 GI look. For those who would be using their 1911 more for shooting, I would definitely recommend the Beavertail grip safety. It has really more comfort, allows the high grip with no problem. Really amazing comfort, and that actually has an effect on your confidence as a shooter. It's what I would recommend. Hope this video helped. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to post them.